What if I told you that one simple vegetable, readily available, affordable, and often overlooked, has the power to fight off age-related muscle loss, even into your 80s and 90s? We're not talking about supplements, medications, or intense training routines. We're talking about food as medicine. Sarcopenia, the gradual and dangerous decline of muscle mass as we age, has long been seen as inevitable. But emerging science is telling a different story. Our muscles are dynamic, living tissues, and even at an advanced age, they can respond remarkably well, if we nourish them correctly. This particular vegetable contains key nutrients that do more than just support general health. They activate critical molecular pathways that tell the body to hold onto muscle, repair damaged fibers, and even build new strength. It sends a biological signal that says, "You're not done yet." This isn't hype. It's a reflection of how deeply interconnected our diet is with our longevity. When we eat purposefully, we don't just fuel the body, we inform it. And this humble vegetable may be one of the most powerful tools we have to maintain independence, energy, and resilience well into our 70s, 80s, even 90s. Let's look at how this plant works, how it interacts with your biology, and why adding it to your plate could be one of the simplest yet most transformative steps you take toward reversing sarcopenia and reclaiming strength at any age. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, has long been considered an unavoidable consequence of growing older. But science is now revealing a far more optimistic reality, one where muscle decline is not only preventable, but in many cases, reversible. The human body is remarkably adaptive, even into the 9th decade of life. What we once believed was permanent, we now understand as dynamic. Muscle tissue can regenerate, recover, and grow stronger with the right biological signals and nutritional support. This shift in understanding reframes aging not as a process of inevitable decay, but as a state that can be shaped and influenced through targeted choices. The idea that people in their 80s or 90s could regain muscle might seem radical to some, but it is grounded in solid physiology. Muscle is a responsive tissue. It listens to our behavior, what we eat, move, how we rest, and even how we manage stress. Each of these signals plays a role in regulating muscle protein synthesis, cellular repair, and inflammation. And while hormones and physical activity certainly contribute to muscle maintenance, the most overlooked and underestimated factor is diet. What we put on our plate either supports muscle or accelerates its breakdown. This becomes more crucial as we age, when nutrient absorption may decline and muscle building efficiency decreases. One of the most important revelations in recent years is that age does not completely shut down the muscle building machinery. Instead, it becomes less responsive, requiring stronger, clearer signals to trigger growth. That means what might have worked at age 30 may need to be amplified at age 70. The good news is that our understanding of muscle biology has advanced to the point where we know how to deliver these signals through food. By consuming certain nutrients in the right form and at the right time, we can flip the biological switches that tell muscle cells to grow and repair. It's not about eating more, it's about eating smarter. Muscle loss doesn't just affect strength or appearance. It affects mobility, metabolism, immune response, and even cognitive function. People with more muscle mass have better balance, fewer falls, and faster recovery from illness. They also tend to live longer, more independent lives. The science is clear: muscle is far more than a mechanical structure. It's an active organ, constantly communicating with the rest of the body. Losing it accelerates aging, but preserving it slows the process down. The first step in protecting muscle at any age is understanding that the decline is not inevitable. With the right nutrition and lifestyle inputs, sarcopenia can be halted and even reversed. Clinical studies have shown that even people in their late 80s can build new muscle tissue when they're given the right combination of nutrients and physical stimulation. It's not about lifting heavy weights or following extreme regimens. It's about sending consistent, daily signals to the body that muscle still matters, that it is needed, and that it is being supported at a cellular level. Muscle is often viewed as something purely mechanical, something we use to lift, move, or stand upright. But when we take a closer look at human physiology, we discover that muscle is actually one of the most dynamic and metabolically active organs in the body. It influences far more than strength. Muscle plays a critical role in regulating blood sugar, maintaining a healthy weight, supporting the immune system, and even managing inflammation. It's deeply connected to the way our entire system functions, especially as we age. The loss of muscle isn't just about weakness. It's about a slow decline in metabolic health, resilience, and independence. As we grow older, the efficiency of our body systems naturally begins to decline. This includes our ability to process and store glucose, regulate insulin, and respond to inflammation. Muscle acts as a reservoir for glucose, helping to stabilize blood sugar levels and reduce the risk of metabolic disorders such as type 2 diabetes. It also secretes signaling molecules known as myokines, chemical messengers that influence immune function, reduce chronic inflammation, and promote tissue repair. These are not abstract concepts. They are well-documented mechanisms that show how muscle communicates directly with other organs and systems in the body. When we talk about aging gracefully, what we're really talking about is maintaining function, not just living longer but living well. Muscle plays a central role in this. Individuals with higher muscle mass and strength have a better quality of life, fewer hospital visits, lower incidence of falls and fractures, and more energy for everyday tasks. This means muscle is not just about physical aesthetics or athletic performance. It's about preserving life itself, keeping the body resilient, adaptive, and capable of recovery. Without adequate muscle, every stressor, from a minor infection to a slip in the shower, becomes a major threat. Many people associate muscle building with youth, heavy gym sessions, or protein supplements marketed to bodybuilders. But research is proving that the capacity for muscle synthesis continues throughout life. What changes is the responsiveness of the muscle to stimuli. As we age, muscle becomes more resistant to growth, which means it requires more targeted nutritional and lifestyle inputs. This is where food plays a crucial role. Certain nutrients, especially those found in specific plant-based sources, can help reactivate the pathways involved in muscle repair and regeneration. Not to avoid. They don't just add fuel, they send signals, flipping biological switches that tell the muscle it's time to grow. The protective role of muscle becomes even more apparent in the context of illness. People with higher muscle mass tend to recover faster from surgeries, hospitalizations, and infections. They have more metabolic reserves to draw from and greater stability during times of physical stress. This makes muscle not only a marker of current health, but a buffer against future health challenges. It's a type of biological savings account, one that pays dividends when life throws unexpected challenges your way. And unlike many other aspects of aging, this is something you can control, influence, and improve with consistent choices starting today. Cruciferous vegetables have long been studied for their health-promoting properties, but what many people don't realize is that their benefits extend far beyond general wellness. These vegetables, such as broccoli, Brussels sprouts, kale, and cauliflower, contain neat bioactive compounds that directly influence how our cells function. In the context of muscle health and aging, they play a surprising but critical role. As we age, our muscle tissue undergoes changes that include inflammation, oxidative stress, and mitochondrial decline. Cruciferous vegetables contain phytochemicals that help counteract these very processes, offering targeted support to preserve and even rebuild muscle mass, particularly in older adults. One of the most powerful compounds found in cruciferous vegetables is sulforaphane. This molecule is formed when the vegetable is chopped or chewed, activating a cascade of cellular responses in the body. Sulforaphane has been shown to reduce chronic inflammation by interfering with pathways like NFJB, a key driver of inflammatory damage. For muscles, this is significant. Inflammation is one of the primary factors behind the breakdown of muscle tissue in sarcopenia. By turning down the volume on inflammation, sulforaphane creates an environment that allows muscle cells to recover and grow rather than degrade. Another mechanism by which cruciferous vegetables help maintain muscle is through their antioxidant activity. Aging muscles produce more free radicals and suffer greater oxidative stress, leading to damaged proteins and impaired cell function. The antioxidants found in these vegetables, including sulforaphane and other isothiocyanates, enhance the body's own defense systems. They stimulate the production of glutathione, one of the most potent antioxidants in the human body. This allows muscles to clear out damaged components, restore balance, and maintain function even under age-related stress. Mitochondria, the energy-producing powerhouses of our cells, are essential for muscle function. As we age, mitochondrial efficiency declines, resulting in fatigue, weakness, and slower muscle recovery. Research has shown that compounds in cruciferous vegetables can enhance mitochondrial biogenesis, the process by which new mitochondria are formed. This not only boosts energy production within muscle tissue, but also improves endurance and resilience. Better mitochondrial function translates directly into greater strength, faster recovery, and more energy for physical activity, all of which are vital for combating sarcopenia. Beyond these cellular effects, cruciferous vegetables also support hormonal balance. They influence estrogen metabolism and help maintain testosterone levels within a healthy range, both of which play roles in muscle health. Although hormones naturally decline with age, maintaining optimal balance through diet can amplify the body's ability to sustain muscle mass. What's remarkable is that these ease effects are not theoretical. They have been observed in both animal models and human trials, where diets rich in cruciferous vegetables were associated with improved physical function, lower levels of inflammation, and preserved muscle tissue in older individuals. These vegetables are also high in fiber, which supports gut health, a lesser-known but equally important aspect of muscle maintenance. A healthy gut microbiome can influence systemic inflammation, nutrient absorption, and immune function. The fiber and phytochemicals in cruciferous vegetables feed beneficial bacteria, promoting a more resilient internal environment that supports muscle regeneration from the inside out. There is one specific vegetable within the cruciferous family that stands out for its remarkable muscle-supporting properties: broccoli. While it's commonly recognized for its overall health benefits, emerging research has begun to reveal how broccoli, particularly when consumed regularly in the right form, can have a profound impact on muscle preservation and regeneration, even into advanced age. At the core of this benefit is a compound called glucophane, which is converted by the body into sulforaphane, a phytochemical with potent biological effects. What makes sulforaphane exceptional is its ability to work on multiple cellular levels that contribute to muscle health, including inflammation control, oxidative stress reduction, and mitochondrial optimization. When sulforaphane is activated in the body, it triggers a transcription factor known as NF2. This protein acts like a master switch, turning on over 200 genes involved in cellular protection, detoxification, and antioxidant production. In aging muscle, these processes are often compromised, leading to a slower rate of repair and a higher risk of damage. By stimulating NF2, sulforaphane essentially reboots the cell's defense system, allowing muscle fibers to recover more efficiently after stress or injury. This is especially critical for older adults, whose natural recovery systems are no longer as robust as they were in youth. But sulforaphane doesn't stop there. It has also been shown to inhibit the buildup of advanced glycation end products, AGS. Harmful compounds that accumulate in the body over time contribute to muscle stiffness and functional decline. By reducing AGEs, broccoli helps maintain the elasticity and contractile function of muscle fibers, allowing them to respond more effectively to movement and load. This becomes a crucial advantage for older individuals seeking to maintain mobility and independence. Additionally, broccoli's muscle-supporting effects are enhanced by its rich content of vitamin C, K, and folate, along with minerals such as calcium and potassium. These nutrients are essential for muscle contraction, cellular repair, and the electrical signaling that controls muscle movement. They also play a role in maintaining bone density, which indirectly supports muscle function by providing a strong structural foundation for movement. The synergy of these nutrients makes broccoli a kind of natural multivitamin for aging muscles, delivering both immediate support and long-term benefits. Another powerful aspect of broccoli is its ability to support protein synthesis, the biological process by which muscle is built and repaired. Studies have shown that sulforaphane can enhance MR signaling, a key pathway involved in muscle growth. This means that when broccoli is consumed in conjunction with protein-rich meals or after moderate resistance exercise, the muscle-building signal is amplified. Even in individuals over the age of 80, this effect has been observed, indicating that it's never too late to influence the body's ability to build and maintain lean mass. Broccoli sprouts, in particular, have gained attention because they contain significantly higher levels of glucoraphanin than mature broccoli. Just a small serving of these sprouts can deliver a concentrated dose of sulforaphane, making them an efficient and powerful option for those looking to maximize the muscle protective effects of this vegetable. Sprouts can be added to salads, smoothies, or even consumed as a supplement in powder form, offering flexibility in how this nutrient-dense food can be integrated into daily life. Protein is often the first nutrient that comes to mind when discussing muscle health, and for good reason. It's the fundamental building block of muscle tissue, and adequate intake becomes even more critical with age. However, what often goes unnoticed is how certain plant-based sources of protein, when combined with bioactive vegetables like broccoli, can significantly enhance muscle protein synthesis, especially in older adults. One such source that stands out is the humble legume family. Beans, lentils, and chickpeas. These are rich not only in protein but also in essential amino acids, fiber, iron, magnesium, and compounds that regulate blood sugar and inflammation, all of which contribute to preserving lean muscle mass. What makes legumes particularly effective in combating age-related muscle loss is their amino acid profile. While animal proteins contain all 9 essential amino acids in ideal proportions, legumes are unique among plant-based foods because they come remarkably close when eaten in a balanced diet. This includes leucine, an amino acid that plays a key role in triggering muscle growth through the mTOR pathway. The combination of legume-based proteins with cruciferous vegetables like broccoli enhances the bioavailability and function of these amino acids, delivering a more complete signal to the body to initiate muscle synthesis. In addition to amino acids, legumes are loaded with micronutrients that are essential for muscle health. Magnesium, for instance, helps regulate muscle contractions, supports nerve function, and improves insulin sensitivity. Older adults often have lower levels of magnesium, and deficiency in this mineral can lead to cramps, fatigue, and reduced exercise performance. The iron found in legumes also plays a critical role by ensuring adequate oxygen delivery to working muscles. Without enough iron, physical endurance and muscle recovery suffer. These minerals, when consumed regularly through nutrient-rich plant foods, form the biochemical foundation upon which stronger, healthier muscle tissue can be built. Legumes also contain polyphenols, powerful plant compounds that fight oxidative stress and reduce chronic inflammation. 2 underlying factors that accelerate sarcopenia. When the body is in a state of persistent low-grade inflammation, muscle protein breakdown is increased, and the regeneration process is impaired. Polyphenols shift that balance, turning off catabolic processes while activating anabolic or growth-promoting responses in muscle cells. In this way, legumes act as both nourishment and protection, shielding muscle fibers from internal stressors while providing the nutrients needed to grow and repair. Another unique advantage of legumes is their effect on gut health. They are high in fermentable fibers that feed beneficial bacteria in the colon. These bacteria, in turn, produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which have systemic anti-inflammatory effects and improve the integrity of the gut lining. A healthy gut allows for more efficient absorption of nutrients, better immune regulation, and improved hormonal signaling, all of which are tied to muscle maintenance. This gut-muscle axis is a relatively new but profoundly important concept in nutritional science, and legumes are one of the few food groups that support it so effectively. When incorporated into a balanced diet alongside cruciferous vegetables, legumes serve as a dual-action tool, providing both the raw materials and the biochemical signals the body needs to hold on to muscle, even in later decades of life. They are affordable, versatile, and well tolerated by most people, making them one of the most accessible yet underutilized resources in the fight against sarcopenia. Physical activity is often considered the cornerstone of muscle preservation, particularly in the later stages of life, but its impact is greatly amplified when paired with specific dietary strategies. What's fascinating is how the right kind of movement works synergistically with nutrients to stimulate muscle regeneration, prevent wasting, and optimize cellular function. Resistance training, even at moderate intensity, sends a clear message to muscle fibers: grow, adapt, and strengthen. This signal becomes increasingly important after the age of 60, when the natural decline in muscle mass, driven by aging and hormonal shifts, begins to accelerate. But movement alone is not enough. The foods consumed before and after exercise are what determine how effectively the body will respond. When nutrients like high-quality plant proteins, omega-3 fatty acids, and bioactive compounds such as sulforaphane are introduced around exercise, they act as amplifiers of muscle growth. The muscle becomes more sensitive to insulin, better able to absorb amino acids, and more efficient at using those building blocks for repair. In older adults, this is especially critical because the body's anabolic resistance, its reduced ability to build muscle from the same amount of food, can be offset by nutrient timing. Consuming the right foods within an hour after physical activity allows aging muscles to recover faster, regenerate more fully, and maintain strength over time. Even short bouts of weight-bearing or resistance movement, like using resistance bands, light dumbbells, or simply bodyweight exercises, can stimulate satellite cells, the stem cells responsible for muscle repair. These cells are often dormant in older individuals, but can be reactivated through both exercise and the presence of nutrients like leucine, found in legumes, or antioxidants from cruciferous vegetables. This dual stimulation promotes not only muscle growth, but also greater mitochondrial activity, leading to improved energy and endurance. The result is a feedback loop where movement supports nutrient absorption and metabolism, and in turn, those nutrients enhance the benefits of physical activity. Interestingly, exercise also plays a role in regulating inflammation, not just through weight loss or improved cardiovascular health, but at the molecular level. When muscles contract, they release compounds known as myokines, small proteins with hormone-like effects that travel through the bloodstream and reduce systemic inflammation. These myokines act almost like natural medicine, suppressing inflammatory pathways and supporting immune function, both of which are closely tied to sarcopenia. When combined with an anti-inflammatory diet, the production of myokines becomes even more effective, creating a body environment that favors muscle maintenance over degradation. Hydration is another underestimated factor in this equation. Muscles are composed largely of water, and as people age, the thirst response weakens, leading many to be chronically underhydrated. This dehydration impairs muscle function, reduces nutrient transport, and hinders recovery. When exercise is combined with adequate water intake and plant-based hydration from foods like cucumbers, leafy greens, and citrus fruits, muscle tissues remain more pliable, oxygenated, and capable of growth. Water also helps flush out metabolic waste produced during exercise, reducing muscle soreness and speeding up the repair process. Lastly, the mental benefits of consistent physical activity cannot be overlooked. Movement improves mood, reduces anxiety, and enhances sleep quality, all of which have indirect but powerful effects on muscle health. A positive mental state supports hormonal balance, including the regulation of cortisol and growth hormone, both critical to muscle recovery. These neurochemical shifts further align the body toward anabolic activity, making every bite of muscle supporting food more impactful and every movement more productive.